So how many of y'all are starting to think of a strategy of training your mobile workforce? Pretty good percentage. Overall Skillsoft found 61%. I think you guys are just tired of raising your hands. Let's see, Carl.
Yep.
What was the business justification for buying 8,000 iPads at Eanes?
Well, first of all, education, as much as we like to think it's an enterprise industry, it is not. It is all about the outcome, not the income, especially if you're a teacher, you know that. And so for us, it's you hear things like ROI, return on investment, but for me it was really like, what's the return on learning? And so how do we actually diversify and personalize the learning for every student? You guys have all been through the educational system, you know how this is. You remember the magical bell curve? We always teach that kind of middle group. What happens if you're over here or over here? You know, you're either playing catch up or you're just woefully bored with what's going on inside the classroom. So how do we actually level that and leverage technology to help us with that? So with us, the tablet helped us because it was a low cost, high battery life, easy mobility, and it allowed us to get a teacher in the hands of every kid.
I'm going to switch to Marcus because I know one of Marcus's passions, and he shows this at work, but also in some of the volunteer work, is the intersection of technology and learning. And can you talk to me a little bit why you're so passionate about learning and using technology to better learning?
Well, technology is the ultimate platform. I speak a lot to different learning organizations and groups on strategies, and you guys heard a lot of the things today, but a lot of the things that you're trying to bring into learning, a lot of the things you're doing is technology enabling learning. I was challenged by a math teacher saying, you know, the graphing calculators have ruined our ability to teach math. And it's not the technology, it's how we use the technology. And I just think that technology is the ultimate intersection with learning because if we're not designing learning for mobile, you're behind.
So Dave, just to get you involved in between these two, so I define mobile workforce in one way. What was your definition of a mobile workforce? What is your mobile workforce that you're training? Because
it's a wide variety. And I guess when you talk about mobile from an AMD perspective, originally when I started AMD, we really were thinking about the phone. Because our sales force that I support, they're all out dispersed around the world. In fact, when I first started AMD, they were closing sales offices. So it really limited our strategies for training salespeople because it didn't make sense to bring people into one location. There weren't offices to train people. So it became an online and e-learning strategy. And that's what we considered mobile for a long period of time, was getting people like you had in some of your earlier slides about a mobile workforce being away from the office. Salespeople are away from the office. They may have a home office. Well, where mobile is really morphed to from an AMD perspective, it's really about, quite honestly, it's about cold hard cash. It's about capitalism. It is about the way that we're judged is, do we sell more products? And where we've seen our strategy shift is based on where both our sales force and our customers are pulling us. So trying to do a traditional training program with salespeople has been very difficult. But honestly, where you can hit them is when they're in between stuff. They're waiting for a customer call. They are on a plane or a train, or they're waiting for a meeting and they're outside in the lobby. They might not even have a Wi-Fi connection, but they always have their phone with them, or a tablet. So we're really trying to meet our sales force and our customers where they are and provide information when they need it, not trying to have them go through a long training program now and where they'll forget most of it before they get to a customer interaction. So we want to meet them where they are. So that's what mobile means to us.